really good 3 days. We did some things a little bit differently, and I really like the tempo and the pace of what our guys are playing at right now. We just got to keep working to get better every single opportunity. If we can keep getting better, the things we always talk about at the back end of the season, it's really critically important to be good. That's going to be big.
Who fills in BJ's roles the next 2 weeks?
It looks like right now Danny Anthrop as well as Danny Monterosa will be playing the Z spot. In terms of returning kicks, it'll probably be Frankie. When we get Frankie back, he'll be that sole returner if we decide to go one returner deep. So it'll be those three guys.
Did BJ have any? He had one role on kickoff return on the fake against Indiana State, but no other role.
No other role.
You mentioned wanting to improve and get better, and I think a couple days ago you had said you have to find out what you do well. Before the season, you thought the defensive line was going to be a strength and you wanted to be a running game. What have you learned then up to this point about those two areas maybe specifically?
The defensive line, and what was the second area?
The run game? Or you wanted the run game to be a strength?
Yeah. I think what we're doing, going to the offensive side, what we're doing offensively will help the run game. I don't want to elaborate on that, but I think that will help the run game. I think it will create some more natural running lanes. The defensive line is a group that we hope that they continue to get better. We're added some depth there with some of those younger players, some power inside with Razon and those two ends, I think, that are relentless. So I think that'll help us.
Is it for sure you'll use them yet?
You know what? We're getting close. I really liked them. I watched the film last night and watched Replogle do some very, very natural things. It's good to see. So there's a good chance. I would say probably right now, probably 80% going into the bye week, off week.
All three of them would potentially see action next week.
I think that there was an assumption that Ryan Russell would be one of your quote-unquote A players. How has he stacked up then in the first 5 games? I
think he's going to have to be more productive as we move forward, making some plays unassisted in the backfield. That's what we expect out of Ryan, and I know he's got it in him. We got to get it out of him.
Is part of maybe some of the struggles the fact that do you have guys underachieving? That was something you talked about. The guys who were supposed to be an A player got to be an A player, B player. Is that maybe one of the issues?
Well, everybody's got to play at a higher level right now, the whole football team, not just those defensive linemen, but everybody. Right. And if we can get it out of them, which we will, coaches are going to do a good job of getting it out of them, and we'll be okay.
Just you able to look at Rob Henry the last couple of days on film. What are you seeing? How's that transition going?
You know what? He told me after our meeting this morning or this afternoon that he felt pretty comfortable back there. It's a lot of learning. I mean, obviously, you're playing the position for 2 days. There's a lot thrown at you, but the more and more he can play back there and adjust, we'll see what kind of guy he's going to be back there for us.
You talked about it kind of evaluating the roster and tweaking some things offensively. I don't really know how to phrase this, but how do you balance staying the course but also making changes?
Well, the plan hasn't changed. All the foundation of the plan will not change. But you got to be able to tweak things along personnel. You got to be able to tweak a little bit of scheme, not a whole lot of scheme. We haven't changed a whole lot of play calls. We're just doing it a little bit differently. But things are still the same, and the focus is still, the preparation is still the same. All the foundation is still the same.
What will you do tomorrow? Watch a game?
Me? Yeah, personally. Tomorrow I'm going to come in. I'm going to meet with a volleyball recruit. I have a couple other things that I'd like to do in terms of game planning for next week. And then I'll take a little time to spend with the family.